Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Daily Vivaldi Edit. I'm very sorry there hasn't been much dailiness about it recently. We've sort of got family things going on at the moment, so hence there's been no post past couple of days. But we're back now. So today's concerto is a concerto in F, RV 285, and for this I have to thank Mr. Daniel Lauzon from Canada, who has done some amazing work with some of the Vivaldi, well, not just some of the Vivaldi manuscripts, but a load of the Vivaldi manuscripts to enable us to read them better. If you look at what I had, that's the manuscript that I had for this piece. It's really not made very easy by the fact that Pisendel's handwriting looks as though there are just a bunch of spiders crawling across the page. And if you go to what Mr. Daniel Lauzon has done, there you go. It's still difficult to read, but it's a lot easier. So there you go. It's an interesting concerto, this one, because it shares pretty much most of the first movement with RV 284. Which, as we all know, we did it last week, the week before, Opus 4, number 9. Here's the opening of Opus 4, number 9. So that's what he does in the Opus 4. Here, he slightly simplifies the bass and then adds more interest to the violin parts. And then the rest of the ritornello is much the same as you find in the Opus 4. Much of this movement is exactly as you find it in the Opus 4. Some of the figuring is different, which is quite interesting. Don't know whether that's Pisendel or Vivaldi. But I mean, there are chords where you can argue for two sets of figures, and both work. There is one rather strange variant. I mean, there are a couple of things sort of violinistically. There's a figure that goes bombidly, but bombidly, but bombidly, but in the Opus 4. And here, it's been simplified rather to this. Much easier. Now then, the bit that he's changed massively, and is sort of, he goes on sort of one of Vivaldi's harmonic flights of fancy, is this ritornello here. So this is what he does in the Opus 4. Which is really nice. But in RV 285 is he decides to mess with your head a little bit. So this is what he does. And it changes here. So there you go. The theme, as I mentioned when we did the video on the Opus 4 concerto, is a theme that he seems to have liked. It's a good theme. but it also crops up a couple of other times. Crops up in one of the Opus 7 concertos, and also there's a concerto for violin and organ. Unfortunately, it's only the violin part, the solo violin part, that survives to that piece. I remember about 20 years ago I had a speculative attempt at reconstructing that, but less said about that the better. So, the Grave. It's one of the great things about early Vivaldi is where he goes with the harmonies, just a bit nuts, and he does that really well here. There you go. Okay, so you may say that's not totally nuts, but what he does at the end is quite nuts. There's something about that reminds me very much of another fabulous F major concerto, actually, again in Pisendel's hand in Dresden, RV 293, that has a humongous fugal movement towards the beginning of the concerto, and then finishes, sort of crashes into the buffers with a grave with sort of harmonics, pretty much like that. The last movement is just a bit of fun, really. Just very cheerful and really nice. There you go. One of the, you probably don't notice, but if you actually look, what Vivaldi does so well with his, he just uses such weird phrase lengths. You got 3 7-bar phrases. You get this sequence here: 7 bars, 7 bars, 7 bars, and then he finishes up with a 5-bar phrase. Nothing of that is at all conventional. It's just a really nice movement, and I seem to remember there's some good there's a really nice tutti in the middle where he adds extra material. It's very, very usual earlier in Vivaldi's career for him to sort of play with the ritornello material a little bit more, add extra bits in as he goes along. You see much less of that the later you go. And in any case, I think he treats the orchestra, the string body, as a much... It plays a much greater role in the early stuff than he does in his later stuff. So there you go. I think we're going to give it a 9.5. It's a good one, isn't it? So see you on Monday with 301, I think. Yeah, 301. Nice one.